What's up, everybody? We're here on Word of Mouth. And you know what? It's season 2, and you know what that means. Being in Birmingham recording episode, I know we were doing it last week with Luke and Ethan. We had to get out of town again. Because we are in the business of saving the world. And today we're doing that with some dear friends of mine.
Wom.
Yep. Okay.
Woo!
Tell us who you are, people.
I'm Chase Abel.
Yeah.
Best of the best.
Come on.
And I am Madeline Kate McEver.
Woo!
Wow. Dropped the Hicks in. Sorry, Lori.
Gotta go.
She's definitely going to listen to this. Lori, shout out you.
To Lori Hickson.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Cole Jefferson Ragsdale.
Come on. Love that.
There it is.
I bet there's some good pictures of you with like a KJR, like embroidered like onesie
And by
when
you
you're
mean
like a baby.
maybe so.
What were
and by
what were, like, your
KJR you
baby
mean
clothes
like the
like?
clothing brand, not my initial, because my name does start with a C. CJR. You know, I wasn't sure if that's where you're going or.
Doesn't have to spell Cole.
Dude, that's the second time I've done that. I was at Jack Oliver's birthday party on Monday night, and we walked out and they were like started chanting Jack because it was his birthday, and I was like G-A-C-K G, and they were like, Cole Edens looked at me. Cole actually got mad at me yesterday for calling him out on the podcast all the time. So here's the Cole Edens ding.
Cole
Call out
Edens
once.
ding.
But he was like G. His name starts with a J, and I was like, I'm so stupid.
Steven can't
so-
spell, guys.
Yeah.
Just in case you were wondering.
C and K and G and
Start
J
that
are
right
the
there.
same letter.
You're right. I think you're right.
Not at all.
Imagine,
phonetically? Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
imagine how much different Cole would be if he was K-O-L-E
Wow.
instead of
What would that say
C-O-L-E.
about, like, how would that change his personality?
He'd for sure wear a sideways hat
right there.
all the time.
Sideways hat?
All
Not
the
even
time.
backwards. Sideways.
Sideways.
Sometimes you do wear
I
the
think it would
backwards
adjust your entire track in life.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'd have been better at
You would have
sports.
sat with
For
different.
sure.
better
like,
at sports, treat
that
women
one-
poorly.
That like the very few times in life you've been alphabetically ordered by first name, you would have sat by completely different people. The B's and the D's would be so lonely right now, but the
true.
J's and the
What's it?
I's would be. Wait, no, the J's and the L's.
I'm feeling dangerously in the zone right now. I'm going to be honest.
Maddie, what are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling like I'm feeling happy.
Okay, so
Whoa,
context.
She got a little emotional. there.
This is today's the first ever version of Interview Your Coworkers Word of Mouth. We are going to start integrating these episodes in. My coworkers are all pretty normal. Myers coworkers on the other side, on the other hand, are very not like they're just like super interesting people that are, they're just gonna be fascinating to listen to. Anyways, but this is today's episode. The team that I just am privileged to be a part of, they didn't know that they were going to be on this podcast till about 10 minutes ago. It was a surprise because we're at as you can tell, we're at beautiful Smith Lake, Alabama, in Bremen, Alabama.
Everyone bend down so they can see.
Yep, you can see right here, beautiful
Perfect.
Smith Lake.
It's going to look so weird.
All of our viewers. I'm actually curious how many of our listeners are also viewers. I don't know, but anyways, so this is a fun surprise episode of me getting to interview my coworkers. Chase is like so work at college ministry. For everybody who doesn't know what I do, there's probably absolutely no way you're listening to this and you don't know what I do. But Chase is the girl. Maddie is the worship girl, and Cole is kind of just the head honcho around here.
He's the boss man.
He's the boss man.
El Capitan.
El Capitan. With a C, not a K.
That's right. And Steven is the thermostat.
I'm the thermostat. That's
He's the
my
vibes guy.
absolute title.
Vibes guy.
Hey, you got two options today. Be a
Same
thermometer or a thermostat. What are you going to be?
A fountain.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Not a drain.
Team fountain run here.
Team fountain. That's all we are. We are drain haters.
Hate those guys.
Hate him. So
Oh,
much.
man. You got two options. Be a fountain or a drain. I'm going to be a drain hating fountain. We could end the podcast. That was 4 minutes, 50 seconds. By the way, yeah, time's flying. We're already 4 minutes, 50 seconds into this episode.
How do you
All
know
right.
that? Oh.
It says right here on this big screen. All right.
over there.
So pretty fun things cooking up in the oven today. We have lots of different ways we can go on this episode. But one of the ways that we can go is we can dive a little bit deeper into who you are. So we love asking our guests this question. I'm also curious, have any three of y'all, this is our 15th episode, if any three of y'all ever listened to any bit of word of mouth that wasn't on social media reels?
I listened all the way through the first episode.
Wow. Okay,
Me
cool.
as well. First episode.
Okay.
Great.
And the episode with Josh Jones.
Okay, so we have two. Okay.
I have listened to approximately 2 minutes of one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Counts. Give him a round of applause. That counts. Give him the hand claps.
Hey, we don't have the applause anymore. This is season 2. We changed up our sounds. But anyways, one of the things that we like asking our guests is, what does it take to be you? This isn't like a real question. Like, this is like kind of like a fake question. So like, anyways, Cole, what does it take to be you?
The day begins very early.
Okay.
Gotta have like an early morning. And
like how early? What are you talking?
I'm saying like
7 a.m.?
4:30.
4:30 a.m.
4:30. 4:30 every morning. And I know that the viewers of this are going to hate this, but like Folgers coffee in a bun coffee pot that makes it in approximately a minute and 30 seconds.
Okay.
Which is great. And then
do you just make one cup or do you make a whole
12.
pot?
You make 12 the whole time. 12
Much
cups
of that
every
do y'all
time.
drink?
You know,
But you're telling me right now, you wake up at 4:30 by yourself, knowing that you're the only person awake, and you make coffee for 12 people?
you have to make a full pot.
Hey,
every
feed them and they will come.
Every time you have to make a full pot. That's just like kind of the rule.
Never know when Steven's going to walk in the house.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's no like settings. You literally just like close the little canister and just starts flying. I mean, that's kind of just how it goes.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm an early riser. That's what it takes.
Okay.
And then I get to have a little bit of a moment before my son and my wife get up, which is just like a total win.
Love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that, Cole.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cole with a
boring.
K.
So boring, but sorry.
That's what it takes to be Cole. Early freaking mornings, 12 cups of coffee, and a hello, and then time to himself before he says hello
and
to
then
his son.
and then
and
I
his
probably the
wife.
only other thing that's like significant is I need to see as many people as possible during the day. If you stick me in a room without people, the walls will cave in and I will shrivel. Put me in a room with lots of people, I will thrive.
The walls will blow up.
I mean, like literally,
and
there
you'll
was a
explode.
season when we first moved to Birmingham. I was working remotely, which was a wild time. And Jameson would ask, she's like, "So how'd the walls treat you today?" And it was like because typically they were
What a
closing in on me. So
all right, so like middle of the day, like remote life. Oh my gosh, dude, what did you do? Like what? Like because you surely like everybody's got stuff to do all the time. Like what point were you like, okay, I'm freaking getting out of here? What did you go do?
Give
Yeah,
us Thursday at 1 p.m.
okay, so typically if life was good, I would like try to go to the gym at like 12:15.
You were an afternoon.
I
nexuser
would
at that
try
point.
to, because it would get me around people.
Okay.
But then also if like 1 p.m. if I woke up at 4:30, I'm starting to crash. And so if anything, like my motivation's going downhill and my mental health is going downhill. And sometimes I would lay on the couch and doom scroll, or would like just like be counting down the hours until Jameson got home.
Man. Okay, so at that point in Birmingham, like when you first moved there, like how long were you here before you were like, I have somebody like I go hang out? Well, I mean, I guess you're like the unemployed friend at 1 p.m. You're like that meme.
I mean,
at
I
that
think
point.
at that point, like everyone who I know is working and is working at least until
and if
5.
you even ask them to hang, they're like, "What the heck
What's
is this
wrong
guy's
with
problem?
you, man?
Does he
Yeah,
think
for
I'm
sure.
unemployed?"
So I definitely like frequented like coffee shops and places and just like would sit there and just be like, "Oh, another human. This is great."
You're like, hey, I like your shoes.
What coffee shops did you frequent?
I would
There's
go
only
to. I mean,
Seeds?
honestly, I would go to Seeds, but then also I went to O. Henry's a lot because they had they had
Yes.
seats that wouldn't hurt my butt. Like I could sit at a seat at a.
Like the booth?
Yeah, a booth would be good. But they also just had like some softer chairs, and there was always people there in the afternoon.
One thing,
Because Seeds closes at 3.
yeah. That's a whole thing.
Love Seeds, love
The
you.
3 o'clock close thing. I'm like,
June does the same
get
thing.
off your high horse.
Yeah.
Birmingham coffee shops.
Yeah.
We want coffee at 6 p.m.
Yeah, I want a place that I can go get a nice decaf at without a barista who's snarling at me for getting a coffee in the afternoon. You know, that just doesn't exist in Birmingham.
Or without drinking decaf that wasn't brewed at 6 o'clock that morning.
That's tough. That's a tough sell.
One thing that we've never talked about on WOM is the O. Henry's stench.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh. Okay.
It sticks to you. Yes. You have to wash your clothes to get it off.
Even
It's
my
bad.
backpack will smell like O. Henry. Like after I come back, it's like that backpack smells
Yeah.
like O. Henry's.
It's like old panini and like a little bit of like, crusty vanilla syrup vibes.
Old panini.
Yeah.
What does that
like
mean?
the machine hasn't been cleaned out.
You
in a
know
long time.
exactly what I'm talking about. Old panini.
It's like that little burnt
greasy.
cheese
Yeah.
off on the side a little bit.
It's like the same vibe when you walk in a Nuke's eatery. It's a very
Nukes is just like grease everywhere, I feel like.
yeah.
Like,
It's places like that where you walk and it's like when you pick up your shoes.
it's like a SpongeBob episode. You're like, oh, SpongeBob. Chase definitely doesn't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, O. Henry's does have this fascinating vibe that I'm just like, so I think we could talk about this for the rest of the podcast. Like O. Henry's, for all of our out of town listeners, O. Henry's is a coffee shop that's like modeled after an Irish pub, and
Like 2005.
like 2005 Irish pub. But I feel like there's also like there's another thing that it's modeled off, but I can't really put my finger on it. Maybe like a
it's
little
like
bit of Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, like steampunk a little bit too. Like a little
Ooh,
like
steam pump. That's a good one.
yeah, it's like antique, but like
Exposed brick.
Yeah, the exposed brick's big.
But fake brick, not real brick. That would be way too expensive.
No,
there's a lot of brass in there.
lots of brass. Yeah, yeah, brass and like gray. They also have a sign outside all their locations that just say "Best Beans in Birmingham." O. Henry's. I'm like, says who? Like, give me your source.
Yeah, it's like AL.com 2001.
Yeah, literally 1997.
They cut that
coffee
part
shop
of the
in
sign
town.
off. It was between them and
I mean,
yep,
Starbucks.
Folgers.
Even, like,
and this guy
Folgers.
Folgers won for this
Tell you
guy.
what, pretty solid.
Oh my gosh.
Consistency is
So,
my
like,
friend.
Going back to that, since we're talking about coffee still, like Folgers, I have a theory about Folgers, and that is the most pretentious coffee opinion in America is that I drink Folgers, F you. That is like everyone that I talk to that drinks Folgers, I feel like I'm immediately met with like a,
Hostility.
yeah, you probably would hate me. I drink Folgers.
Well, it's because people talk about because the craft coffee game, which I have come to appreciate. Shout out to Denton, Texas, and all the craft coffee.
Portland of Texas.
that I learned.
Portland of Dallas, sorry.
Something like that. Some would say. Is that like so? Then, but most of the time, it's because whenever I would share, will drink like Folgers, or even in college, I would drink instant coffee, and it would be met with such disdain that it's almost I'm like preemptively trying to protect myself from that. And it's also like you're talking about like this is your theory, but like what the facts are is that also that Folgers is the most popular coffee brand in the world. Like they sell.
Can we fact check that,
They
Gracie?
sell.
Hey,
Folgers
producer
sells.
Gracie.
My understanding is that Folgers sells more coffee than almost any other coffee company. All the other coffee companies combined.
What would be like
Except-
next? Like Maxwell House? Like what?
No, like for sure whammy.
I mean, Maddie should be the one talking right now. 'Cause
I
she
know, I
literally
know, I
owns
know.
a coffee company.
I'm just
Like
hot air.
how much Folgers is bought by like consumers? Because I feel like a bunch of like probably half
Waffle
50% of their sales is like companies
Gas
that are trying to
stations.
spend the least amount of money on coffee as possible. Yeah. But I'm like people buying coffee for their house. There's no way Folgers is the majority. I don't know.
think it might be.
Gracie's giving me the look as an I'm wrong. Crap.
Right? What does it say?
Wait, give
Yeah.
it to us.
More than $1 billion. In what amount of time?
Ever.
Double Starbucks.
There's
Double.
no way Starbucks doesn't make
You think about like
$1 billion a year.
oh yeah, Green Mountain.
I didn't even think about.
So
Something I've been thinking about
Yeah,
specifically
Keurig's
with
definitely that.
coffee of that brand is you guys know that salad dressing company called like Newman's
Yes.
Newman's
Yes.
Own. They make coffee. I'm like, that sounds horrible. That and that one factory can be 1,000 Island dressing and coffee.
I think they make salsa too.
Please
Like,
stop.
Dude, that
Please.
you know what I'd be interested in like Rotel. Isn't Rotel salsa? Am I right about that?
Type of salsa? I don't know.
What's the
It's
what's
cut up tomatoes.
Yeah,
what's
it's tomatoes
what's
and
like
chilies.
the main
Like chilies.
salsa
tomatoes,
company?
chilies.
Let's go with Pace.
Pace.
If Pace made coffee, I'd be into that.
Ooh, would you?
Would you though?
But like a dressing brand, I'm out on it.
Yeah, like ranch and coffee. Italian dressing in coffee. Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Italian dressing coffee. That might be a name of the O. Henry stench.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So
it.
bad.
That's it. Because they do sell salads there too.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So on to the next one here. Madeline. I don't know your middle name. You see Kate?
Yeah,
Madeline
great job.
Kate McGever. What does it take to be you?
Great question. I think my brain immediately went Diet Coke.
Oh yes, I love that answer.
And then, like, at the risk of being, I don't know, that girl, like, it is Diet Coke and Taylor Swift. And I know that makes me sound A, millennial, and two.
All right, Chase, what does?
Yeah, exactly. We should move on. I love that idea.
No, actually, I'm kind of loving this because there's been some serious trends of Taylor Swift hate on this podcast, and we need to make it up. I
would
want
love
you
that.
to tell the people.
Oh, wow.
None of us are allowed to give any opinion. We're only allowed to give affirmation to whatever you say.
Okay.
What makes Taylor Swift amazing to you?
Oh my gosh, that's a great way to ask that question. I feel a little bit like a martyr in the making. I won't lie. Like, I feel like I am about to get persecuted for my beliefs, but I would love to enter into that. What makes Taylor Swift so amazing is a couple of things. One, like, I would say the people that like love Taylor generally love pop music, and no one does classic pop music like Taylor. I think the second thing for me personally is that I have been a Taylor Swift fan since I was 6 years old. In 2006, I saw her at the University of Arkansas Convocation Center in Jonesboro, Arkansas, on her debut album, and I got to touch her hair. And
Wait, she played a concert in Jonesboro.
she played a concert in Jonesboro, Arkansas. There were 200 people in the crowd.
That's
Welcome
amazing.
back or something like.
Yeah, I mean, it had to have been like a
City?
school sanctioned thing, but she was doing like the classic like Taylor Swift hair toss, and my mom like pushed me to the edge of our aisle,
Lori, shout
I
out.
literally shout out Lori, and I literally stuck my hand out, and her curls grazed my hand, and from that moment, like,
Wait, there was 200 people. Isn't the Convocation Center huge?
I mean, yeah, okay, so maybe more than 200 people, but not like definitely like a.
It wasn't full.
It wasn't full. It was a your school, your city.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like 2,000
Like so, like
people.
at that point, what's her big song? Like at that point, how big was she?
Forever.
Like, are we talking like Tim McGraw early?
Forever.
Or are we talking like? does
Yeah,
she
we're
have
talking
she
Tim
have a record?
McGraw, Teardrops on My Guitar, Stay Beautiful, I'm Only Me When I'm With You.
Okay.
So being from a small town in the South, was always listening to country music radio. She came on, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this girl. Why is she? He's a reason for the teardrops on my guitar. Like, oh my gosh, like, I'm 6 years old and I'm like, this is everything to me.
I cried. Yeah, you cried on your guitar all the time when you were 6
All
years
the
old.
time. My pink Barbie guitar, of course. And there's something about, I love her music. I love that she is just like, just been a part of my life for so long. Like nearly 20 years she's been in my life. You know what I mean? Which is kind of crazy. And it's just something like she's other than God, you know, been like the most constant part of my life, I
Wow.
would say.
Other than God.
Wow.
Anyways, and I
Crazy.
know, and I think she is an amazing lyricist. I think she is an amazing musician, and I think that she is an amazing pop star, and that's why I love her.
I watched her Architectural Digest video the other day of her home.
Isn't she kind of like quirky and weird?
I did. It wasn't one I anticipated. It was exactly how I felt when I watched the Justin Bieber one.
Oh, say
I
more.
was like, what are you? I was like, why are you? You know, you have money. You can do whatever you want. Like, why is this what we're picking? I mean, her kitchen was like, it was like she was trying to be, like if, like old England had like a baby with Lily Pulitzer.
Pulitzer, yes,
Pulitzer.
of course. No,
There was like a bunch of like floral designs.
Yeah,
it was
for
like
sure.
tea party, but it was like
it was giving Italian dressing coffee.
Is it like
it was
colorful?
giving. I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's a confliction of, and maybe I just
That
have,
was a
like,
callback, audience.
She obviously is like the definition of like high taste. You know what I mean? Like she has the most money, so like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what interior designer did she hire? Like how did? But I'm also curious, like how much, like Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift actually thought about their house, or if they were just like,
they also
do
have,
whatever. I need a place to go home.
They have 8 of them, so they can kind of do whatever they want in each one.
Yeah, Justin Bieber had those little toy things, like those collectible toy things. You know what I'm talking about? They're like little bobbleheads. You know what I'm talking about?
Or like G.I. Joes?
No, like they're like
action
Trolls?
figures?
No, they're like anime, like little figurines that are like this tall.
Like Pokemon?
Ben Shaka has some on his desk. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, I'll point them out next time. I don't know what they're called, but they're super
little
expensive
figurines.
collectible things. Yeah, and like super popular in Asia. But Justin Bieber had like the most expensive ones. He had like hundreds of them, like just displayed in his house. It was fascinating.
I have a fun
I think this was pre-Hailey Bieber too. But
I have a fun potential interjection game we can play.
Please.
About Justin Bieber.
Okay.
Let's all go around and try to, predict what his baby's name is going to be.
Wow. Gracie, will you look up while we're doing this game projections for Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber's baby's name?
I can go first.
Okay.
Because I've been thinking about this. I think it's going to be Peace or like something vaguely religious. Like.
Do we know if it's a boy or a girl?
I don't think we know.
Oh, okay. We don't know.
Yeah,
so this is we're kind of like doubling down here. Like what
Yeah.
we're guessing with gender and name.
I'm going to go, oh, you want to guess gender too?
Well, I guess like names don't actually mean that, but I was meaning guess gender too, though, for fun.
I'm going to take away Peace and I'm going to say they're going to name their baby Shalom. And I think it's going to be a girl.
Well, girl named Shalom. It's kind of a vibe.
Is the name already out there?
We all want to guess, and then we want to hear what the article says.
I also think it's going to be a girl.
Okay.
And I thought something like natural.
Like the
Kinda
name
weird.
natural? Oh.
I mean, it could be. I
Ocean or something
like
like that.
ocean
Whole
or like
Foods.
rivers or like I don't know something in that like stream maybe stream.
Ooh, that's
Stream.
A good guess. That's a good guess.
A girl
That's a
named
cool
Stream.
name.
That's
You should
what I'm
write
gonna
that
say.
down for us, Gracie. Stream.
Add that to your list, Gracie.
She goes, I don't like that.
Oh, that'd be like a streamer, though. That's like a... that wouldn't be... Stream wouldn't make it, but...
Let's speak to the man who has a baby, who's named one before.
You know, this is interesting. I didn't know that Justin Bieber was having a child until 30 seconds ago. So I have
Welcome.
not. I honestly didn't even know Justin Bieber was
wait,
married.
This is
Honestly, I'm
definitely
proud of
a
myself
good
for knowing that
segment.
because I never know anything.
Lean in, girls.
La, 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 la.
That's our... this is where we talk about pop culture. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure we
I'm
did
gonna
this.
exit the conversation.
Yeah.
No, just stay.
Maddie
But
can
no,
take
we're
over for
currently
me.
doing
Stream.
it already. You
Stream
already
Bieber.
talked about it. Yeah. Stream Bieber. Okay, so you didn't know that he was pregnant?
Didn't know
Sorry,
that
Hailey
they
was
were. I
pregnant.
didn't know
She
Haley's
was
pregnant.
pregnant.
I didn't know they were married. So that's terrific. I don't know who Hailey Bieber is. Like if you showed me, if you put me up a
Road to
lineup,
Beauty. She's a model. Cool.
that's just awesome.
What was she before?
They're believers.
Wasn't she like somebody's famous daughter or something like that?
Yeah, I think she's Alec Baldwin's daughter.
Alec Baldwin's. That's
Am I wrong about that?
Alec Baldwin.
Haley
killed a guy.
Baldwin? Alec Baldwin's niece.
Wow. Well, I'll go girl, and we'll name her Charity.
Ooh,
He's following
That's
the
good.
same vibe.
That's good. That's good.
Charity's good.
This is my guess. Different ballpark here. It's gonna be a dude.
Okay.
JJ, Justin Jr.
So now I wanted to head down that route, but I feel like there's just absolutely no way that he gets that.
I know two
absolutely
babies
no
named
shot.
JJ.
I
too
guarantee
popular.
you, Haley is obsessed with him taking pride in his story. And
His story?
His story is like crazy and
came
bad.
from and
And I guarantee you, Haley's like, take pride in your story, take pride in who you are. You're an amazing person.
Your name.
This should be your name. That's
Then if
mine.
it's a girl, it's Justice.
Didn't he have an album called Justice?
No,
Amazing.
that was just
Ooh.
you probably listened to his album in a store called Justice. That's probably what you're thinking.
Oh, thank you for clearing that up. Thank you for clearing that up. Gracie, do you have a guess?
Okay. She thinks it's gonna be a boy.
Okay, I think it's gonna be a boy, but these are my guesses. If it's a boy, it's gonna be named Sunday.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
it's gonna be a
good.
boy named
Good.
Sunday.
It's gonna be named Dove.
If
Oh
it's a
my
girl,
gosh.
it's gonna be named
Gracie,
Dove.
those are
She's
amazing.
on the money.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'll tell you these things.
John Mark Homer's daughter's name's Sunday, so that'd be kind of weird.
Honestly,
Still
they're
lit.
probably contemporaries at this point.
What do you mean contemporaries?
Like John Mark Homer's kid and Justin Bieber's kid. Like I'm sure they'll go to school together.
That's true.
Yeah, doesn't John Mark Homer live in LA?
I'd
Comer's
be.
kids
I
are,
wouldn't be
like-
surprised if John Mark Comer and Justin Bieber knew each other.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Especially now he's in the Los Angeles community. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Okay. Yeah. What does the internet
What's
say?
your source?
Dove.
Him, Justice, Manna.
Manna.
Anna.
Praise.
Mercy.
Wait, where are you
So
seeing
who-
this?
did you start us off on kind of the
This is
vaguely
Reddit.
religious front, Maddie? That was very
Maddie did,
impressive.
yeah.
I'm
Well, they're like everything they do is like vaguely like they're always like, you know.
Mercy.
Maddie, you were made for this.
Thank you, Cole.
She has to be that her company, like her middle name is Rhodes.
Oh, that'd be cute. That would be really cute, actually.
Is it a namesake? Or, sorry, Gracie. If I don't know if you can hear tonight. Gracie just said that Haley Bieber's middle name is Rhodes. But is it a namesake, Rhodes? Gracie thinks that they might name her.
And we're saying
Rhodes.
RHO.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
She has a
R-O-A.
Haley Bieber has a
I don't know, man. Hey.
Paths of Righteousness Bieber.
yeah, no, seriously, streams of living water
Pathos.
Bieber. I could see them
Dang,
doing
bro.
anyways. But Rhodes Beauty is her skincare line.
It's awesome.
I think the name. Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say Pastures.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's like a weird name or not.
I could get like.
Get taken out of context.
yeah.
Sure.
I like the name
Pastor.
Chapel.
I had my first grade teacher's name was Miss Chapel.
That is number 1 on Gracie's baby name list. Fun fact.
Chapel.
You guys take it. Enjoy it.
Don't worry, we won't use it.
Genderless too, which is what I love. You imagine meeting a girl named Chapel? That'd be sick.
Yeah. Chapel Roan.
Chapel Peacock. We jokingly were like, we should name our kid Reed Chapel, like Reed, middle name Chapel.
Read Chapel Peacock.
But and then I was like,
Sanford
wait.
jokes.
And then Gracie was like, Chapel would be a sick name. I was like, wait, that's actually dope. Yeah. I also think John Mark Comer's son or daughter's name Sunday is the coolest name I've ever heard. In
It's
my
cool.
life.
I think Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman have a Sunday. I think he may be a boy. And I think they have an apple.
Apple.
That may be Gwen.
That's Gwen Stefani.
Courtney
Paltrow?
Kardashian.
Gwyneth Paltrow is Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, it is. She has another.
I can
weird
actually
name
name
for a
all the
kid.
Kardashian babies.
Courtney
Do it.
Kardashian has a daughter-in-law named Alabama.
Alabama Barker.
Yeah. I have a deal that if I ever move from Alabama and I decide that I'm never going to move back to Alabama because I love where I live there more and it's super far away, I'm going to name my son Alabama.
Who's that deal
I kind of like that.
made with?
Just myself.
Oh, that's
Yeah, but I'm just like the odds of me never like moving away and never moving back. But it'd be weird to have a kid. Like imagine your name being Alabama. You live in Alabama. It'd be
And if you
weird.
have twins, you could name one Alla, the other one Bama.
Bama.
And if you have-
they
thought about
two
naming a
dogs
child
named
Carolina.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That. Carolina would be a sick name.
Thought
That's
about
why my cousin's name is Anna Carolina. Anna Caroline. Sorry, they call her Carolina.
Cool.
Fun fact.
Woo.
Okay,
Crazy.
so whenever Tate was in like the oven,
Yep.
what other names were in there too?
Yeah, so his middle name is Warren, named after my late dad. And so he was real stinking close to being Warren James Ragsdale.
That's strong.
Yeah, that was
Warren
a
Ragsdale.
really strong name. So
James,
that
because
was...
that's.
And then
you told us
James, so
Jameson's-
my wife's name is Jameson, which is her grandfather's name is James. And so we love the family names. Like we're all about, I was thinking about with Justin and Haley, I'm super entwined in their lives. I was thinking
Super
potentially
up-to-date.
that like maybe Haley's parents or even Justin's parents or grandparents. We do love like the family legacy heritage. So Warren was in contention pretty hardcore. And honestly, and then we did consider doing a junior as well, since kind of like first son. This is our one chance. So
CJ.
we would have gone
CJ.
CJ. We thought about going Jefferson, but then was like everyone was thinking Jefferson Davis, and that's not. It just I don't know.
Not the time for that.
Not today. So yeah, people didn't love it.
My dad went to Jefferson Davis High School.
Oh, there you go.
And they changed the name of it last year.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
No.
So
It's like an acronym of 3 people's names. So it's like
How inclusive.
it's like 6 letters. It's really confusing. I don't know why they did that.
I go to
but
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Hi, y'all.
that's yep. All right, Chase.
Yes.
Hey,
Abel. You don't know something? You don't know a fun fact?
Sure.
I've talked about you on this podcast maybe 8 times throughout its time.
I need to listen.
And now
more.
our listeners
Same.
are like, this is who it is.
Hey guys.
Wow.
It's me.
Isn't she lovely?
Okay, so Chase, like in college, I went to Atlanta a lot. And there's this part of Atlanta that I love called Western Provisions District. In Western Provisions District is Cole's old favorite restaurant, JCT.
Yes.
JCT no longer exists anymore.
R.I.P..
Oh.
And it's a French restaurant now. Isn't that what they said?
I think that's right. It's supposed to be great, though.
Anyways, there is a store called Sid Mashburn.
Yes.
And while I was there, I was like, oh my gosh, like I wonder if Chase is related to these people.
No, it's not how you spell my old
Yep.
last name. My maiden
Just
name.
wait. This story gets juicier. So then my first week of senior year, or I guess like the first week I ever did announcements at Redeemer College Night during my senior year, I introduced the intern at that time, and I pronounced your name, Chase
I remember that,
Mashburn,
actually. Yeah.
because I had literally just been in Atlanta, and I was so confident that that was your last name, and you, like out loud, were like,
That's
not my last name.
It's
And-
probably because like a week before, like around that same time, Joel did the same. He announced
No
me
way.
for some reason, like on a Sunday morning. I think I was reading something, and he said, Chase Mashburn like is gonna come up and read our scripture, and I was like, oh, God, that's not my name.
So you took advantage of just
Oh,
really
so I
giving it
just
to the man whenever
in
I
front
did
of
it.
you instead of Joel, because I wouldn't.
And I like objectively, like it got drilled into my soul. Your last name is Marshburn, like Southern Marshburn. But every time I go to say your name out loud, I feel anxiety from that very moment in my life. Fun fact.
I dropped it
Yeah.
just for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, growing up, no one could get my last name. Like the R was always off in the phone book back when there were phone books.
Wow.
We were printed as the Mars bums. In my great,
That's a good one.
in
I'm
my
taking that.
in my great grandfather's,
Bums.
like this is actually kind of sad, but in my great grandfather's, like the pamphlet for his funeral, it was Marshman. Like we were Marshman, Marsbum, Washburn, but like no one could get Marshburn.
Wait, I have a friend with the last name Washburn.
like see Washburn and
Marshman.
Mashburn.
so wrong.
Marsh- yeah, it's terrible.
Who got that wrong?
I want to go back to the
Person at that
Marsbum.
First Baptist Church.
Marsbum.
Swansboro.
That sounds like a British candy. Have you
that one was the
Marsbum?
funniest one for sure. And then because
Oh
my
my
name is
gosh.
Chase, everyone thinks I'm a dude, and so I still like a couple weeks ago I got like a piece of mail for Mr. Chase Marshburn.
I feel like
so-
every time, this is another random thing. Actually, I don't know if I should say this out loud right now. Anyways,
Do it.
I'm like, yeah, there's like this girl. I work with Chase. She's like the girls person. I always am like self-conscious that they think that I like work with I'm always like, I don't know what they think right now. Anyways, I'm
Whenever
gonna
I'm
leave that
A
texting-
there.
transitioned individual.
It's good.
Transitioned individual.
It's a good stop.
Yeah. But anyways, Chase Elizabeth Abel. What does it take to be you?
The first thing I thought was Opal.
Wow.
That's good.
Who's Opal?
Opal is my 13-month-old golden retriever puppy, and she's perfect. And what it takes to be her mom is I have to be firmly planted on my feet at all times
That's
because
super true.
she
We'll knock
has
you
a lot
out.
of energy, and she has knocked me down multiple times. So,
She
but I
knocked you
love
down
her.
the other day with Gracie.
Yeah, she literally pulled me down.
The sunset
gosh,
is
the sunset.
unreal. The oh my god sunset. That's what Nancy called it. Also, shout out to the Nance.
The
Shout
Nance.
out.
Mimi,
Does
Nancy
anyone get any
Berry,
better?
cop her book,
the
y'all.
best. Yeah, everyone
Hard
go get her
truth to
book.
reality.
It is no
Actually, I don't remember what
longer-
it's
When
called.
reality hits.
There it is, and it's
Hard.
hard truth.
What your
She
did say
future
that
employer
she's
wants you to
never-
know.
She's never gonna print it again. So, cop that limited edition in
Yeah.
the Dallas.
I think she could like revise it
Yeah.
and reprint it.
Or
I
we
really think
have
she
one
could.
copy. We're going to take it back with us. We're going to hide it in a secret location. If you find it, it's yours.
Perfect.
the secret location will be above the
Think hard.
Harry light. That's my scavenger hunt code.
Inside the Italian dressing coffee.
Callback number 2.
Thank you, Cole.
Inside the Mars Bum. Mars Bum sounds like a peanut butter brand. That's what I'm thinking.
Mars Bum.
Yeah. Or
It's printed on the phone book.
marzipan. That's what it sounds like. Marzipan, like the sometimes it's like a is that like a herb or something like that?
I'm
Marzipan.
thinking mascarpone.
Mascarpone.
Cheese.
No, that's
Isn't that
that's
cheese?
the gangster. No, that's
That's Al Capone.
No, that's Robert De Niro.
oh, great guy, great actor there.
Yeah.
Opal, do you ever like call her? Do you ever
And now-
call her?
Now her name is.
She also goes by Opie.
No, just give me a second.
Opal Jean.
Do you ever call her Lapo? Because it's Opal backwards.
Never. I got great.
Lapo, get in here.
I'm gonna call her that from
I've
now on.
never thought about that.
Lapo.
No, when we get mad
Why
at
don't
her,
you
we
get your
yell
bum in here?
Opal Jean because that's her middle name, and she knows that if we use the double name, she's in trouble. Oh, that's good. She will crawl to us.
See,
She gets scared.
this is the part of dog ownership that I just don't understand. When people talk about their dogs like they understand things. What do you mean
Oh,
she
They definitely
knows?
do.
She has so many feelings. She is
Do
brilliant.
dogs
I will
have
put.
the capability to feel
Yes.
different
Oh,
things
my
other
gosh.
than just like
Why
give
does she
me
respond
food,
differently to
play with me?
than to you? Like she knows. Like I can literally say, "Where's Dad's home? Where's Dad?" And she will run to the front. Like she knows where to go to look for Guy coming home. I'll put my tennis shoes on. She knows we're going for a walk. Yeah, she knows a lot of words. I'll stop there, but she has.
Huh.
There's a lot, and I'll talk. I do talk to her a lot throughout the day. Do you talk to Sunny?
Oh my gosh,
that's
100%.
not weird.
Or like I'll
Everyone
rustle.
talks to their
I'll
dogs.
if he's like outside wandering in the backyard, and I'm like, it's time to come in. I'll rustle the treat bag, and he'll like boom, boom, boom up the stairs, because he's
That's
like,
actually so smart.
it's treat time.
I've only dog sat twice in my life. Bernard, which is the Chansey's dog, and
It's a
then
big old dog.
Maisie, wasn't that its name? Gracie,
Maisie Castle.
the Castle's dog, and Maisie was actually
You were there for a long time, weren't you?
You lived there for
Yeah, I
like
lived there
6
for, like,
months.
this summer, so like 2 or 3 months. Maisie was actually my favorite dog I think I've ever interacted with. Maisie had and I'll tell you
Maisie's
why, because
crazy.
this is not going to be like, this is bad on me. Maisie had a torn ACL, so Maisie's playtime limit was not that long. So she would get super riled up, and then we would go outside, and I would have to throw the ball like maybe 10 times to the other side of the yard. She'd run back, and then at 10 times she would just be like, she would run, she would just like stop and lay down. She was like, I'm done. And then she would come back inside and just sit on top of the AC vent for like an hour. That was it. Honestly, great idea, by the way. I've been doing that this summer ever since it's been hot. I just
Opal
put my,
does that. She'll lay on top of it.
yeah, us and
She's
dogs are
brilliant.
just the same.
Plopping that bum on the AC vent.
But I feel like the only two things that they knew how to communicate to me was I need to go outside, or I want to go outside, or I am hungry. Those are the only two. Other than that, it was like,
Did you feel gratitude? Thank you for taking care of me. I will protect you at
True,
all.
like affection when they would look at you. I mean, you weren't the owner, so. weren't the
You can't even tell
dad.
me Bernard wasn't
I
like,
think
thank
like
you.
I want to go outside is like the same affection as like I love you. Like it's very just like,
It's like
play with
excitement.
me. Yeah, play with me, love me.
I don't think you've spent enough time with the dog to like bond. You didn't grow up with dogs, did you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Never owned one.
I think that's
think that's the
potentially a beige flag. Like didn't grow
I
up
would
with
say like orange.
with a pup.
Hmm.
And I know that you didn't have a choice in that, and that you guys have Sandy,
Sandy.
which is beautiful, but it is
Sandy's my
interesting.
cat.
What is Sandy? Oh, okay.
Sandy will die any day now. I guarantee you. It is. She is on her last of her 9 lives. What? How many lives does cats have? 9 lives. 9 lives.
That's the bit.
Okay. So. Okay. Sorry, Chase. I want to give you room if you'd like to talk any more about what it takes to be you. Opal.
Opal. I know nothing about pop culture. I did know that Justin Bieber was pregnant though.
Yes, you did.
Or Haley was pregnant. What else? I don't know.
I feel like Chase is the queen.
Maybe another person that you live with besides Opal.
I have a husband named Guy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hester.
That's awesome. Can I say my husband's name and you do that too?
Yeah.
Mitch.
There we go.
Whoa.
This is reserved for marriage. Yeah,
What-
or dating. Or dating. We are in the works of getting another dating one because Zion kind of talked about this whenever he was on. But being married is like it's the elite lifestyle. So we have and that is for our people. If we have people and they're like, I'm called to singleness for the rest of my life, you know what they're gonna get?
What?
They just gotta be married to the game. Still the married life.
Married to something.
That's right.
Married to the will.
But if you are in the pursuit of marriage life is elite in comparison to dating life.
This is true.
Dating life, yes, for sure.
So true.
Yeah. So we want to get another one that's like a kind of maybe like a more like pitter pattery version of that one, like a that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cole, do you want to give it a go?
Yeah. You mean Jameson Kennerly Ragsdale?
As I did
that
that, I
was
was
good.
like, man,
Do
you talked
ND
about your
at the
wife like a
end.
long time ago.
Say it again.
You talked about your wife a long time ago. I totally missed
I
that.
didn't know.
Back
Yeah,
then.
I should have gone doctor. I guess I did.
Oh,
Yeah, can we do it again?
Do it one more time.
I'm
What's
sorry.
her name?
I was just going in reverse.
That's
Wait,
right. Dr. Jameson Kennerly Ragsdale.
Hey,
And she is a girl
Definitely the
boss
coolest
in
of all of
every.
us.
Yeah, she's absolutely
every
spectacular.
sense of the word.
I mean, if I'd have known, what does it take to be Cole Ragsdale, I wasn't sure which direction
No,
to take
seriously.
that. Now I'm like Folgers coffee and waking up early.
Same. I did
That was
Diet
so
Coke and Taylor
bad.
Swift.
So bad. It's this 80-year-old man.
oh my gosh.
we love our spouses. They make us who we are.
Okay. So we
oh.
have a few different like segments we like to do here. Okay. Oh, brother, which one do we want to do though? What? Sports. Okay, we're gonna do. I think this one. Nope. Here we go. Today's segment of Myres Sports. Even though it actually we're gonna call today's segment Myres-less Sports because Myres is not on the
Meyer,
on the
bye-bye.
show
Miss you,
today.
Myers.
Miss you so much. Today's sports, we're going to be talking about this whole dealio going on with Caitlin Clark.
Oh, great.
Do you know who Caitlin Clark is?
Of course.
Basketball player.
Basketball player? Cole, do you know who Caitlin
I
Clark
do
is?
know who Caitlin Clark is.
Okay.
She played for
She played for Iowa
Iowa,
and was arguably the greatest
like
NCAA
ever.
basketball player, women's basketball player of all time.
Yeah.
Why'd you
The
say women?
arguments
Didn't she-
are
didn't
Because
she-
they play in different leagues.
Didn't she score more
Empirically, there's
points
different.
than like? Is that her? Scored more points than like anyone ever.
yeah, more than literally
Like
everybody
even
ever.
Pistol Pete.
We're going to stop there.
Right.
So Caitlin Clark just got left off the Olympic basketball team. Bunch of tea right there.
I'm so excited.
Wait, what's the reasoning?
So this is the thing. So she just became the leading scorer in college basketball history. Also, context, like the London Olympics in 2012, whenever like the best NBA players in the world were on it. This was like LeBron, Steph Curry, all the people, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, while he was still in college, while he was still playing for Kentucky, made the team.
Oh, wow.
So this has
The
happened.
precedent
before.
has been set, and that at least for them in the men's side.
Yeah.
But she's not still in college, right?
No, she is
She
like
is.
literally graduated, and she is on a WNBA team.
So what's? I don't see the issue here.
She got left off the Olympic team.
But no, yes, but
because
why?
I don't. That's the thing. People say that there are guards that are better than her, that are like adults. I don't really know if I see that.
It's a question of, are we assembling the best team, or are we doing what's best for the sport? And because I personally do not know whether or not there are. I do not keep up with the WNBA. I don't know if there are guards that are better than her, but certainly for women's basketball in the States and probably across the world, it would be great for Caitlin Clark to be playing.
Yeah.
And even I think it'd be great for the game. So I guess
I think marketing wise, like it's not even like obviously Caitlin Clark is on the team. Way more people are going to watch.
certainly.
But I also think the biggest effect on it is because they didn't pick Caitlin Clark. Now, literally, everyone is
Right.
going to boycott. Everyone,
Interesting.
you know.
And that girl who got in trouble a few years ago for having weed in somewhere.
in Russia, yeah.
Can you look up her
Brittany
name?
Griner.
Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's on the team. And I'm like, I feel like she should probably just stay here.
That girl is legitimately so good at basketball. It's crazy.
Wait, where was she in prison? Russia?
Russia.
She was actually.
I feel like if that happened to me, I'd be like, I'll stay here. I'm not. You can have my
I
passport.
mean, she's going to Paris. Like, it's not really like.
But, like,
super
still.
dangerous. Like, Paris is kind of like, it was one of the allies. There's a Netflix documentary out right now called the Nuremberg Trials, because Nuremberg Trials were the trials that happened afterwards, after World War II, when they like prosecuted the Holocaust officials, the Nazi officials, because they did the Holocaust, and they just opened up a bunch of audio files from the trials like 2 years ago or 3 years ago or something like that. So they made a documentary analyzing them. Anyways, I learned the other day that there was like 5 people on the council, and like they were all part of the what's it called, the NATO, the ally group that was like together. And France was a bordering country. Like I think France and Belgium and Switzerland were like the only bordering countries that didn't like give in or get overtaken by. And I was like, dang, that's crazy. I couldn't imagine like being in France and just being like chill the entire time of World War II. And I don't know, thought that was fascinating. France though, historically, pretty much no blood on their hands. Because even Napoleon, when they were trying to overtake everything, they kicked Napoleon out.
Yeah.
We just jumped from Caitlin Clark to World War II right there really fast.
Yeah.
I have
a turn.
I have something to say about sports.
Okay.
Cody Simpson, former pop star as a youth, he tried to be on Australia's swim team for the Olympics.
Okay.
He didn't make it, but he tried.
Who is Cody Simpson? Am I supposed to, like, you're talking about the guy
like
that was
2
in like
big
Disney
songs,
shows?
right?
You definitely know if you saw him. Actually, you may not. He dated Miley Cyrus for a moment. He's just a pop star from like Jesse McCartney era, like baby Justin Bieber.
He was trying to be on Is he Australian?
He is Australian, and he is a fantastic swimmer. His parents were both Olympic swimmers.
Dang.
But he lost out on this year's qualifying whatever by like 0.8 seconds or something crazy.
Dude, that is actually crazy to me. I was talking about this because the
I'm gonna look up a picture of it.
Olympic trials swimming is going on right now. And the Olympics start in less than 1 month. And people are competing to be on to make the Olympic team like today, like this week. Oh, yeah. That was the guy I was thinking. And like there was a guy who was there was a girl that was like the number 2 girl like swimmer for freestyle in America. And at the first round, at the preliminary, so she had to like win this one to make it to the race to see if she would make it. She came in 4th. She didn't even win her first. So she literally was like number 2 ranked. She was like planning to go. She's been training for like probably like, 2 years getting for this milestone or whatever. And then literally on like Thursday last week, she was like, wow, I'm not going to Olympics. Like she doesn't like, I don't know if swimmers like swim in meets a year round or if it's like a professional thing or what, but she theoretically just like kind of went home and was like, oh wow, I'm not making the Olympics. That's crazy to me that they wait this long.
Literally.
To go.
It's been their whole, I think about gymnasts.
Yeah.
Like legitimately from when they can walk, like they are on a balance beam on the bars doing their things. And then it's like, if they don't make it, it's like, well, that was something.
Crazy.
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 Chase, what's your relationship with sports?
Not very athletic, and I don't watch many sports except for Carolina basketball, UNC, North Carolina basketball. That's about it.
You definitely watched another sport.
And the Tide.
And I do watch Alabama football.
Yeah, you also, and since you watched North Carolina basketball, you watched North Carolina lose to Alabama basketball last year.
I did. That was a rough moment in my household.
Hey, did you know that Alabama and North Carolina are playing each other next year in basketball?
Again?
Yeah, they're playing in
Where?
the ACC, SEC Challenge in North Carolina.
Did not know that.
Oh, it's kind of tough right there.
Wait, can you
Save that one for later,
Yeah.
For offline.
So y'all talk about something fun.
I'm just gonna say, I think that like Maddie Hickson McEver could literally do one of these podcasts. Like you are thriving in this space.
Cole, thank you, and Chase, thank you. And I
want to, don't you?
I would love to do something like this, but that's okay.
If you had a podcast, what would it be about?
It's okay.
It would be very similar to maybe something like this, of just like a chit chat, but it would be heavily pop culture / like TV, media. Leaning.
Well, I look forward to that. Maybe that's a personal goal you could set for 2025. Look forward to it.
You can use my equipment whenever you want.
Thank you so much.
Maybe we can start the second pod underneath like our
umbrella.
Like,
like
make
the
like
studio.
An umbrella.
Oh,
What should
Word
we
of
call the
Mouth
studio?
Studios.
I don't want to call it Word of Mouth Studios. Word of Mouth will just be one of the podcasts.
What would you name the
umbrella? Streams.
Jug City.
Jugtown.
I think Jugtown Productions.
Oh,
Pretty good.
I mean, it's
Jugtown
Perfect.
Studios.
Or you could just call it like Roll Tide Productions.
Roll Tide?
You know, it'd be crazy if, like, you know, you have to make money off podcasts. We don't make money off this, believe it or not.
What?
But think about it. We had like a little studio in Birmingham. All the time, people was recording and putting out podcasts.
It can't be that hard to make a studio, right? Jeff Heine put one in his office.
That's right.
He got locked in there one time.
That's right. He did. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
If you ever have him on this, you should have
Yeah.
him
I've been trying to get him on this podcast. We've been trying to schedule a time for him to be on this for like literally 4 months now. Yeah.
Do you guys
Get
ever
lunch with
like
him tomorrow, I'll try.
randomly call people?
People have randomly called me and it's come through the Bluetooth before. So we picked up twice. It's usually like it takes an awkwardly long amount of time for them to realize what's going on. Like my brother's called me before and he's like, "What's up, Steven?" I'm like, "What's up, Sam? Hey, you're on the pod." He's like, "What?" What? He said what like 4 times. I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And I hung up. That was it. I was like, what a waste of 45 seconds. All right, we're going to transition to another new segment. Today's generic segment is brought to you by Concrete Conversations. One of the best games you could ever get.
Would you call it a game?
I don't know. What would you call it? Like a
Just like a...
They're conversation cards.
conversation cards.
Because that's like its own genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd call it. Chase? You know? But anyways,
Masburn? No, what'd you say?
Marsman?
Mars bum?
lump bar. Anyways, we have these cards, concrete conversations. Please get them if you want better conversations. You should get these cards. Anyways, today's question. Oh, I'm picking a random. Oh, picked one. Level 1. Okay, guys. If you won a $1,000 shopping spree and you had to spend it on yourself, what 3 stores would you go to first? Such a good one.
The first thing I thought of was...
This is my guess. REI.
Well, okay. The first thing I thought of was, before you said stores, like plane tickets. So does Southwest count?
Yes,
pretty good.
Chase.
Last time I checked, Southwest is not a store.
Okay.
That's a company. That's
So-
a flight company.
Probably. Oh God, this is so basic.
No.
Crate and Barrel. REI. There's this clothing company that I really like called Jenny Kane. She has cool stuff and I can't afford any of it, so. Yep.
Wait, what are you buying at Crate and Barrel? Like a bowl?
Like
a gadget?
cooking utensils. They're like Crusade pot. You know, nice like cooking gear. You can buy like grills there. You can buy a ton of stuff there.
That's actually not a bad move. If I went to Crate and Barrel right now with $1,000, you know what? I would leave because I'd be bummed I couldn't afford what I actually want, and that is their sofas. Their sofas are literally beautiful to me. Wait. So tell me what did you call it? Jenny K? What's it called?
I don't remember. It's Jenny Kane, I think.
Jenny Kane.
She sells like super minimalistic clothes.
Like a black,
of
like
linen.
a black linen Billy
Yep.
Reid suit.
Billy Reid, your husband? Guy Abel? Billy Reid.
Billy Reid, black linen
That's
suit.
That's where he would want to go.
He's gonna look so
Really?
fresh in that. Oh my god.
Hasn't bought it yet. He's
He
not
will.
going to.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
All right, Cole, what you got? 3
All right.
stores, $1,000.
And okay, and you're going to say that maybe this doesn't count. I'm going to go to our favorite restaurants in Birmingham, purchasing gift cards.
Okay, if I can't go to Southwest, Cole can't go
Can I
to
not do
a
that? Can I
restaurant.
go to a hotel?
What in the world?
No,
What store is?
that's what I was trying to do. I got
butt
shot
is
down.
hurting.
Like,
Take a lap.
I need to stand up.
I'm gonna go to an amusement park.
I'm going to go to the Six Flags
I go to
merch
the
booth.
Subaru store.
I'm
and
gonna
buy-
go to the movie
I can't
theater.
Yeah, I mean,
Car
like,
for
yeah, that's true. I was thinking down the car front. I'm going to. That's not a store.
$1,000.
Safe Flight Auto Repair, so
Safe
that I
Flight
can
Replace, Safe Flight
replace because I've got my tire windshield is just completely
That's
fractured.
true.
It's so bad. Did y'all notice that driving?
Yeah,
It's like
no, that's guys' cars too. Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Guy, if you listen to this, you need to trade cars with Chase. All of us think that. We've thought it for a long time.
Guy, let's
doesn't
just
make
say
any
He
sense.
gave me his
was
car
awesome
yesterday.
coming out of that Subaru.
Oh man, that Subaru. Guy's such a hunk. Guy. Okay, so where are you gonna Safe Light? I feel like that only.
Safe Light's not a store. Gosh, okay.
You got Progressive. You said it's $25 to get your windshield replaced.
They're not that great. I don't know. I've had a tough time.
Okay,
I could really use some insurance help.
that's right. Hey, yeah. The good thing is our main corporate sponsor is Peacock Insurance.
Man.
Get you a
Did that not have
discount.
a sound effect, Peacock?
That's honestly facts. Whammy should definitely sponsor.
Hey Mitchell, if you're hearing this, Whammy's now sponsoring Word of Mouth. Give it up.
We got. I've probably gotten 5 free bags of coffee from these retreats, so
can you
that's
give it
my
up?
payment. Well, no,
Sound
that's
effects.
reserved only for marriage.
Sorry.
Wait, what is this one? Wait, no, let's see. Nope. I don't have one. No, we'll figure it out later.
Alright, cool.
We'll get a nice like whammy like thing.
Oh yeah.
That was actually a sick sound. I should just
That was
clip
pretty
that. Golly.
Do it again.
Whammy. Oh man. You know what I definitely couldn't do?
What's that?
I could not be studying right now. Like the fact that Gracie's just sitting over.
You need like a shot
Like,
of
I
that
wish we could
right
show
there.
She's not
you,
even
but-
cracking a smile.
Electric.
Oh wow. Oh man. Okay, so you're going to Safe Light?
Yeah, okay. And if I have to go to a store, I hate like the honest answer makes me like I don't want to say it's like embarrassing.
Lululemon.
Like it's 100% Lululemon. like I can't. Bill doesn't have a store. I can't go. Like I hate that. Like I like legitimately am
No,
like
don't hate that.
especially
It's a
even
game.
just this audience that listens to this podcast.
Gonna
It's like
get
I'm
so much hate for that. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
I already know I get a lot of hate. I get
Show
it,
him the
but-
Lulu shorts. Come on, show them off.
Come on,
No,
you're
it's-
wearing a
it's
Lulu
okay.
top and shorts right now, and you just said you go Lulu, and I didn't think about that.
It's I mean, but you don't know that it's
No,
you
it's
don't know.
super inconspicuous.
You know?
You- I mean, come on. Who else is making sweatshirts in that fabric? You definitely.
Oh
that's
my
Lulu.
gosh!
I don't see a horseshoe anywhere.
I'll embrace the fact I know it makes me so basic. I get it, but that's where I'm going. Especially because $1,000 would be wouldn't go that too far. But
you wouldn't, you probably wouldn't go to a second store.
yeah, that's it for me. So I'll
Man, you know what I've been wanting from Lululemon? Golf shorts. Apparently their golf shorts are amazing.
I've heard their khakis are great
I mean,
too.
it's one of those things. The return policy out of the stinking world. I got to return some shorts that I've had for over 2 years, and they just handed me a brand new pair. It's pretty
What?
awesome. Yeah, because it ripped on the seam.
incredible.
Like it ripped on.
and they just give you a new pair for
like
real.
literally, as
No
long as
questions
as long
asked.
as you're like hey, like I mean, if it's like different if like you like take scissors to them or like
Yeah.
there's a burn hole, but it's like no, like just like wear and tear. And I literally handed them 2 shorts, and they were like, okay, go pick out a brand new pair. And
That's
they just
some
like handed it
Patagonia
to me.
vibes.
Yeah, very much
For
so.
real.
And like the fact that stuff, it just like lasts. And I'm not a big logo guy, and so the fact like it's like you can look at this sweatshirt, it's gonna be really hard for you to find the logo.
Yeah, it's true.
so-
Unless your hood's on, then it's in the back top.
Is it actually?
I think that's usually where it is.
Shoot.
I don't know.
So, yes, basic white guy. Here we are.
Honestly, Lulu, not a bad move. I also don't think anyone is going to judge you for that.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody's like judging people for going. I was talking about this with golf the other day.
Everyone
There's
wears
so many brands that are nicer than Lulu now. That
Interesting.
Lulu's not really like. And also, in my opinion, nobody's buying stuff from like Nike that is in that same like.
fair.
you're-
So
you
okay,
buy
what's
Nike,
what's
buy,
the
like-
nicer like if you're saying okay, it's not Lulu, like what's the is it like Viore or what is that what it's called? Like what's
Peter
what's kind of-
Millar.
Viore, Peter Millar, Daily Drills, Aloe, like.
Oh
there's-
wow, okay.
Is Aloe more expensive than
Aloe
Lulu?
I thought Aloe
Aloe-
was like cheaper.
From
It's
what
not.
Spikes and Emma Weedy told me,
Sure.
it is like known as like the bougier.
It seems
taste.
I mean,
bougie.
it feels
Also, like
Haley
Balenciaga has like. I mean, there's like everybody makes athleisure now.
Sure.
So Lulu's almost like a standard. Lulu's almost
That,
like a
like,
Nike.
they
now.
started-
This could be a whole segment is just the like athleisure movement.
We talk about it a lot.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
It's absolutely a fascinating like just like social
we,
trend.
We have a segment called 10 item wardrobe,
Oh interesting.
and it's fascinating how like nobody ever includes athleisure in their 10 item wardrobe. Like if you had to,
Interesting.
if you had to pick 10 items, I mean we can do it honestly.
No, it's okay.
I kind of
What's
want
in
it.
yours? What's in your closet?
What's in my closet?
Your 10 or your wardrobe.
Okay, this is
Black
including so like
pants.
in this it's essentially like workout clothes are like in a separate thing unless it's like workout clothes that you're wearing around. You know what I mean?
Category, just like
So,
daily
like-
clothes.
Yeah, so like daily clothes. So like if your suit doesn't count in this, or like your like nice dresses don't count in this. Your high heels don't count in this. But like your everyday,
Stiletto.
You're like daily. So for me, it's like a pair of 501s, Blundstones, Vans. Let's see. Also, yeah, underwear and socks don't count either.
Whew, thank God.
So, yeah, like a chore coat, a white shirt, probably another white shirt, a black shirt. Yeah, see, we're already getting tight here. But my Patagonia puffer.
What was the first thing you said?
501s?
No. Short coat?
A chore coat.
What's that?
My black
Oh,
coat that I wear all the time. Yeah.
It's called a chore coat.
It's called
That's a
chore
very
coat.
cool name.
Yeah. They're like
to do chores in?
yeah, I mean, it's just what like work coats were called. They were like,
Very
because there's
cool.
like all these pockets for different
Sure.
tools. But
I love that.
yeah. I don't know. Probably like, I definitely throw flip flops in there. I wear my rainbows all the time.
Half of your closet
Yeah.
are shoes.
Honestly.
It's like
yeah.
4 or 5.
Yeah. Vans, Blundstone. I feel like you kind of have to have like a boots. You have to have a pair of black boots or some sort of boots. And then you have to have a pair of like just dailies. But anyways, a lot of people, because you get down to it, like I'm already at 8.
Yeah.
I have like 2 more items. I don't know what they're going to be, but like, you
Yeah.
know, freaking,
You need some bottoms.
yeah. Like,
Well, Winnie
but
the
honestly,
Pooh.
like if you're cutting down, like I think I'd rather have tops than different. Actually, I'd probably have another pair of like just normal blue jeans. I don't know. But when you start talking about it, it gets like really hard, like a 10-item wardrobe. But
I don't know if I could do that. Like, even
Try.
thinking about it,
Maddie,
I'm like,
Maddie,
Come on,
try
do it.
10-item wardrobe.
Do it right now.
okay. Wait, what season is it?
This is for your whole life.
That's impossible.
Well,
The
it's
thing
getting-
is-
Not including fancy
Impossible.
clothes or workout
Okay,
clothes.
okay. My topo, like rain and warm jacket.
Okay.
Like I have multiple different kinds of striped tees. One of my striped tees.
Oh yeah, Gracie. One of Gracie's is a striped tee.
Yeah. I think my Outdoor Voices relay short, the ones I was wearing today, love them. I think
Those
my,
don't. Wait, you would wear those like in your day to day?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
My wide leg light wash Levi jeans. What am I at? I'm at 4 and I don't have any shoes yet.
Yeah, I'm actually super curious what shoes you end up putting on this list.
My Bostons,
Facts.
my Hokas.
I would say any sort of like exercise shoe, even if you're wearing it like
Okay.
as streetwear,
Okay.
like that's still like Hokas are in your.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I could pick between my Sambas or my New Balances because they serve the same purpose.
Your 990s.
Yeah.
Those are still exercise shoes.
993. No. Really?
I mean, that's what they were made for before they were made for like fits.
Cool.
But Sambas were made for that though.
Comfy PJ pants, like really comfy.
Come on,
What?
that can't. You can't keep PJ pants in the wild.
Let Maddie put in her closet
my
what she wants
Skims
to put
PJ
in her
pants.
closet.
I can wear those in
Her
real
Skims.
life.
You're gonna
I've
wear
worn 'em to
Skims
staff
PJ
meeting.
pants.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then maybe like a nice shirt. I don't really have those, but like if I, like maybe like a nice little like
a cute top.
a cute
cute
You need
top.
your,
A
you need
cute
your like
top.
pink and green and orange striped sweater.
Oh my gosh. Everything
You
want
have
that one so much.
you have no jackets.
I know.
No, she started off with that. Her
first one
range.
was her
Oh, yeah,
topo.
okay.
Honestly, this sweatshirt is for sure in there.
You've worn that. I've probably seen you wear that 1,000 times.
No, it's like my favorite thing I own.
love it.
I don't even
It's
know what
awesome.
I'm at anymore. And the last thing would be probably my new Stanley Tucci shirt.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So honestly, the shirt's kind of fire, but Maddie was at a stoplight on. Probably got an Etsy ad on Pinterest. Where'd you get it on?
I literally got it on Facebook. Even worse.
She's on Facebook at a
at a
stoplight,
stoplight.
which is
I was on
crazy.
Facebook at a stoplight.
talk
I got
about
tagged
that.
in a post.
And
I had to
she
check
got
it
a
out.
Stanley Tucci ad from an Etsy shirt that cost $45 that she
And what's
bought.
crazy is like I got to the stoplight. Maddie, like you were tagged in a post. I was like, oh my gosh, let me check real quick. I look, and then I'm at literally not even a full scroll, a half scroll. I get this Etsy ad. I'm like, oh my gosh! Before the light even turned green, I had already Apple paid for it. It was.
You didn't do what Miss Nancy said. She said
It was
pause
purchased.
before you
Pause
buy.
before you.
I did
play.
not. In
before
fact,
you
I
pay.
accelerated to buy. No pausing
Is
here.
it- what was it? Pause before you or promise and pause before you purchase.
Yep.
Wisdom
Be thoughtful.
Dude, man.
nuggets.
I'm
We
not.
could have a whole
Thoughtful.
segment on Miss Nancy.
You know, that's honestly facts. But one thing I'm thinking about too is like if you're gonna have a 10-item wardrobe, you might as well just have like
Stuff you love.
the uniform. You might as well just have like a your
I mean, you do.
person. Yeah, like because mine is like, I think you keep the Blundstones for like cold winter days, and you could just have the puffer. But that's like like white t-shirt, black jeans. Like because there's a girl that's like Netflix made a documentary about her. I can't remember her name. It's fascinating though. You remember the name of that girl that wore the uniform? She was like a New Yorker woman. Like everybody in New York loves her. I don't remember her name. It's like Claire something. It's not Claire Ravitz. I know that's the girl, but it's something like that. Anyways, older girl. But she wore every single day.
Kennedy?
She wore a white. Yeah, Claire Kennedy. She wore a white button-down, blue 501s, and black boots like every day of her life.
Wow.
Because she was like tired of having to
this
choose.
is kind of Steve Jobs energy. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah, Steve Jobs does the same thing.
I mean, it's the same concept.
Whoa, was that intentional?
Yeah. 501s. He wore the same. The
Jeans,
black the black shirt was
turtleneck.
Hermes sweater
Damn.
thing. Yeah, it's crazy.
Sorry. I didn't say a cuss word
It's
on your
okay.
podcast. Sorry, everyone.
Okay, so yeah. Anyways, I think it's fascinating that if you're gonna do a 10-hour wardrobe, you might as well just do one outfit. You know,
That's true.
So, but I feel like there's this like, 10 is kind of crazy. I think 10's fun for the segment, but 10's kind of crazy. So I feel like there's this middle ground in between, like it all. Like, because I think that the way I live, like I have a trunk full of 50 t-shirts, 40 t-shirts, and I
You
never
wear like the
wear.
same 3.
Yeah,
Like
I never
you,
wear the
when I
same.
think of like someone who has a uniform,
Yep.
like you or the person I think of.
100%.
Wow.
Like you and Abby, because Abby kind of has her
Yeah.
Skims uniform.
She has her like color scheme.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kellen also wears like the
Kellen
same
too, yeah.
thing every day.
Same
Fabletics
shirt.
pants. One thing that would never make my 10-hour wardrobe.
You know who's a Fabletics ambassador? Khloe Kardashian. Two people that could not be more similar. Kellen, Khloe.
Khloe Kardashian makes me so mad. Gosh, we would have another Lean In Girls segment if we started there. I'm gonna dodge it.
We need to talk new season though at some point.
Yeah, we do. Okay, I want to hear this answer from you though, Maddie. Like the $1,000 shopping spree.
I think I'm going to an antique store
Okay.
and kind of just gonna let
no
like
clothes.
that. I don't need clothes. My first thought was Target, just because like you go there and you're like, ooh, fun. But that would just
I
be
could spend $1,000 at Target.
easy,
I'm convinced.
One
easy,
shopping spree.
100%. But I was like, maybe an antique store, you could like actually get something that has a little bit of worth, like sentimental worth.
When you go
Or
to an antique
Starbucks.
store, like in your brain right now in this like vision, you like turn the corner, bang, it's right there. You're like, oh my gosh, that's the coolest blank I've ever seen in my life. I have to get that. What is it?
It's a dresser or a piano.
Ooh, okay.
That's like my life's dream, is to find like a beautiful like
good.
natural wood, like beautiful old school piano. It doesn't even have to be in tune.
Like
I just
a
want one of
stand
those.
up, like
Stand or
against
a
the
big
wall.
one?
Yeah.
Not like a grand piano, but like one that you would press up
Yeah.
against the wall.
Oh,
I've always
quite
kind of wanted one of
awesome.
those for my house so I could just doodle on it. I don't know how to play the piano, but I think if I had one in my house just sitting there,
We had
I'd
one
sit
growing
down
up.
and try.
It was so fun just to mess around.
Yeah.
We had one growing up, and when my mom sold my parents, when they sold our childhood house, they were like, you can have the piano too. I was like, what? Like that was like our childhood piano. My brother, he's like so musical, learned everything he knows about music on that piano. Gone.
Dude, that's crazy. Whenever I was in Budapest, we went to go see Anthony Vasquez, this artist there. Definitely plug him. It's the coolest guy I've ever met in my life. But anyways, he essentially had this hard situation at one art studio that he was at. So then him and his friend left and bought a factory, and they turned it into an art studio. They showed up, and there was a ginormous, like literally empty factory. They had taken everything out. So one ginormous grand piano they left in there. And they were like, hey, like, just want to let y'all know, like, there's a grand piano, like, whenever y'all want to come get it. And they're like, oh, like, we don't want it. Like, just take
That's
it. It'd be too hard to move. And
They are really hard to move.
so literally, they just like have it in there, like it's just a piece of art essentially. But
That's
it
so
is like
cool.
it is bigger than a grand. I mean, it's like probably like the depth of this porch. Like it's huge. Yeah, but I thought that was fascinating. They were like it takes because they essentially like built the factory and then like they turn the doors into like smaller doors over time or whatever, so they can't get it out. Like there's no way to get it out.
Oh my
like,
gosh,
they have to
wow.
open
It's like
up
when you,
more doors.
I used to think that, like, when you go to a car dealership, that they put the cars together, like, inside. Not that they would, like, drive. Or, like, especially when you see them in the mall. I'm like, no way they got this through the Macy's revolving door. Like, there's no way.
I used to think that like factories that had smoke coming out of the steam things, I used to think they created the clouds.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, it was my kid.
That could be a good segment of, like, what were the things that your parents told you when you were little that you just believed? Mm-hmm. Like, I thought that Jesus and Santa Claus were brothers.
What's something that your mom, Gracie loves this segment. What's something that your mom said growing up that's just not true?
I was told that the crust on the bread was healthier than the rest of the bread.
I also was told that.
And it's like...
Is that not true?
No.
What the
I mean,
crap?
it's
What's
Somebody
going on with that?
Somebody
Did you know
call
that?
it's
Susan.
the same dough. It just gets crispier.
It's just extra
And I didn't
I've
like
always
it as a
wondered-
kid, and I think my mom just didn't want to cut it off. So she was just like, it's healthier, so you have to eat it.
Like super white bread. You know what I'm talking, like super soft white bread,
like
like
fluffy
the,
bunny.
like the most gluten terrible for you bread in the world. How the heck is it like? I mean, you literally could like pick that up, and do nothing to it, and it would deform into a different shape. How do they slice it so perfectly? It's like it's all intact whenever it's in there. Like, how does the slicer not
sort of-
deform it?
I'm thinking that it's like it's probably like contained,
That's
and then
probably
there's
it's
like a
like
like
shoved
stamped.
together.
And it's also probably think about
fast.
how sharp. Like yeah,
very
because
sharp
you doing it
knives.
like
Yeah.
you're like dull knife, sure, but like if you have like something that's just like razor
just
sharp,
super hot
it's
too.
just
It's
like it's just gonna go right through.
Huh. I've always wondered that. Like, I feel like that bread. Like, I'm talking. You ever been to Dreamland? The
Yeah.
That bread.
like the bread that you put in the
The
sauce.
bunny, the
You've
bread
never
with the
been to
bunny on
Dreamland?
it.
I haven't been. I've
Dude.
actually came with. Actually thought about this. That was a Georgia baseball experience when we came to Hoover for the SC tournament. We
You went to
actually
Dreamland? Huh.
I like drove past it the other day and I was like, I've been here before.
Interesting. Yeah,
one of
because
those-
right
yeah.
beside Tate's daycare.
Yeah.
Literally, this is like the coolest and funniest thing ever. But Cole is new to Birmingham, so every once in a while we reveal Birmingham things that he has no idea about.
Zero
And it's
clue.
literally like I found a treasure. I don't know.
But it's also like you've
really
been here
fun
for
me.
2 years, right?
You should know where Crestline is. You
That's
just should
totally
know where
fair. I
Crestline
guess I
is.
still have good, friends.
Yeah, we went to Crestline Bagel the other day. He's like, well, I don't know what Crestline is. Everybody always talks about it, but I guess this is it. And we were like, he had never had a
also was-
breakup cookie.
Was so funny. We were like, so and so Crestline. Then we get to Crestline Bagel, and Steven and Chase are like, you've never been to Crestline Bagel? He's like, nope, I've never been to Crestline. They're like, you've never been to
That's what I was
Crestline?
trying to tell you.
It was so funny.
All right, I've got one for my mom. Thing she told
Yeah.
me,
Okay.
and this is probably like
Miss Terry.
I misinterpreted this, but I always heard this idea of like, hey Cole, don't litter because you'll turn into a litter bug. I was convinced that if I dropped my like applesauce outside, I was going to turn into
Oh,
a
wow.
bug.
Perishable
Like-
items
like-
included.
Like I was
Wow.
going to
Some
like
truly
I was
Hindu upbringing right there.
I was about to just like metamorphosize into like
Into a little flower.
That is crazy.
It was I was horrified of littering.
That's crazy. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
He's doing his part.
still think about it every day. Protect
Oh,
our
man.
earth.
My family was a big, like, if you swallow this seed, like, it's going to grow in your tummy. And the big, which Mitch and I, we, like, talk about this a lot of, like, I was a huge, like, if you swallow your gum, it's going to get stuck to your lungs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, one day, like,
Stuck
that's
to your lungs.
that's how you're going to go, is, like, too
Gracie,
much
is that
gum.
how that works when it
Guys-
goes down the esophagus? It
Guy
goes
swallows
into your
his gum.
So does
every
Mitch.
time. He never spits it out. He always
You're
swallows
kidding.
it. He's like, it comes out just like everything else. I'm like,
That is exactly what my
no.
husband says.
I've never seen him spit gum out.
That is a
in his life.
red freaking flag.
I find that out after we were married. So
Oh
Too
my
late.
Gosh. Now you're in covenant with
is
that red
pretty
flag.
wild.
Oh my gosh.
Gum does not usually get stuck in your stomach. When you swallow gum, your body treats it like any other.
When your body, that's crazy.
Who
Gracie
told
just
us that,
fact
though?
checked
I
us.
was totally told by my
I think,
EG
it would,
my
I
grandma.
think it would actually be a challenge to swallow. Like I would have to like work
because
really
your
hard.
whole
Like,
life, like because it's like a reflex. Like I don't.
Yeah, it's like
swallow
pooping
gum.
your pants. Like I don't think I could poop my pants, even if I tried. It's like or like peeing in my pants.
so we
You go pee your pants,
You
bro.
No, one thing about my
Very
mom
easily do
that I think was fascinating is like don't eat dessert before dinner. Like, because it ruins your food. Like, it just doesn't. Like, I don't understand that. Like, to this day, like
Full.
if there's cookies around, right before dinner, I'll eat them, and I still like dinner afterwards.
Or eating right before swimming.
That
was
30
like
minutes.
the most
You'll get
dangerous.
cramps.
It was like the most
Yeah.
like when have I ever gotten cramps like as a 12-year-old? It's like just
Literally.
I get cramps after I eat every day, Mom. It's like, don't you get in the water?
You're in the water. You're like, ah.
I can't swim anymore.
Oh man, I also I don't really remember exactly what it was, but I remember having growing pains. Like I grew like 6 inches one summer or something like that one time. I remember like having growing pains, and my mom would just tell me to go sit on the toilet. Like I'd be like, oh, my legs, my shins hurt. She'd be like, I'll just go sit on the toilet.
What? As if like it was a constipation issue?
To get him out of the house.
Was it just like her way
I
of
think
getting
it
you to
was
shut
like
up?
I think it was like, as your child gets older, I feel like your parenting is just like, frick it. I don't know what
Drink
to freaking
water.
do. Yeah.
That was my parents' go-to. Have you had any water today? I'm like, oh my gosh.
always the water.
It's probably a fair question.
Oh my gosh.
In
Kids
church,
miss
drink
Diet
water.
Coke.
I have a rash on my leg. Did you drink any water today?
Dude, my mom, every single time it'd be the summertime, I'm bored, totally expecting her to say, you want to go to McDonald's? No. She was like, oh, I got some chores. You want to do some chores? Gosh, dude, to this day, that boils my
What
freaking...
what like a feeling like to bottle up that like I am in grade school and it is summertime and I'm bored, like
Dude.
wow. Will we ever
Lay in the
experience
grass
that again?
and like just look up at
That was post like doing an entire season with Alabama on campus, like on NCAA. Like I'd already done that for like 3 hours,
yeah.
like on Xbox. I'd gone outside.
yeah.
I'd like built an entire fort.
Yeah.
I'd played an entire baseball game
You
by
did
myself.
VBS. You
Yeah,
did
I
soccer
did
camp.
VBS. Like I'd gone to the pool for 3 hours, and then I was
course.
like, I'm bored. And she's like, you want to do the dishes? It's like, no, I want you to take me to Chick-fil-A and give me a freaking sandwich,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, anyways,
Pretty intense just then,
That really struck a chord.
I want you to take me to Chick-fil-A.
I don't really know. I
Woman.
guess
Did
I
you talk
could have.
about
I
that
never
more?
asked that. I never said like, "Hey, can we go to McDonald's?" I was just like, "I'm bored." And then she'd be like, I was unpacking this with Jeff the other day. We had this summer point system at my household, so you could get different points, and you could exchange the points for literal money.
What?
Yeah. So I guess some of it would be like if you baked a cake with mom, then you would get like this many points. If you cooked with mom, you'd get this many points. If you read a book, it was $5. Like, and I never did it. Like, I never did anything. I never read a book. I would have made $5 every book I read.
That's so funny.
I went to the library
like a
with my mom
picture
one
book.
time, and I was like, I got 4 books. I was like, I'm gonna get $20, and then I'm gonna go get a Webkins or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And
What a reward.
and I literally go check out books. I'd bring it back like 3 weeks later, late fee. Didn't read
Yeah.
a
Didn't look
word.
at
You
it.
had to
Yeah.
pay. You didn't get paid.
Yeah, it was like, but she like obviously there was like she would judge like
Did-
what book we could read.
Did anyone in your family take advantage of the point system?
Literally no one.
Really?
Yeah.
I like always wanted to be like I used to beg my mom to do the whole like if you make an A you get like $1. Like I always wanted to be one of those like families that like you do well and you get money. That was never an option. Like,
That was never
Allowance?
us.
Did you get an allowance?
I did. It
I
was
did,
my age
but,
per
like,
not.
week.
It was like 50 cents if I took out the trash.
Okay.
Like it was
Wow.
like not
Interesting.
much.
Cool.
that's almost like mom keep your coins. I don't want your coins.
Well, it was like maybe $1.
Have you shared the trash fact?
Waste management in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, that's actually fascinating.
It's good.
Oh, I learned this week. My dad shared this to me via a tweet that waste management in Pennsylvania. If you don't know what waste management is, it is on the side of your garbage can. You put your garbage in.
It's
put
the
it on
yellow
street.
and green WM.
Also, a great golf tournament that happens in Phoenix every single year. But anyways, they're the corporate sponsor of that golf tournament. But waste management in Pennsylvania, that like dump, in this year alone has found, what did I say? It was $10 million
Yes.
worth of thrown out cash and coins. 10 million in their trash, which is like, how the heck did they? I guess they have like a huge magnet or something like that. But yeah, they've like
Yeah, maybe there's like a sorting situation.
but $10 million this year alone in thrown out coins and trash in one
like this
state.
year, like 6 months.
I guess it was like maybe they're reporting on like
Or last
2022.
year.
I don't know.
I feel like
I
you
don't
hear
know the
stories
exact
like that
date.
around Christmas time, like of people like, oh, I threw away my $100 bill, like with the wrapping paper. So I wonder how much of that had to contribute
Yeah,
as well.
Sure.
But
One
just
time-
thinking about coins, it's crazy.
Oh, dude, I mean, $10 million. That's like a sizable shift for a waste management company for one state. Like that's probably like a percentage point of their budget.
That's also surprising though, considering that like coins and cash are just not being used with any sort of frequency. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, when was the last time you guys paid with anything with cash?
Like in America, I don't know.
Yeah, he went to Europe.
Yeah,
He
he's been to
was-
Europe.
been to
Europe,
Europe.
alright.
I was talking about Cuba, idiots. They don't use dollars in Europe, stupid heads.
We know we didn't go.
Travels
We would never
international a lot.
Every single time I talk about my Europe trip, I get self-conscious, and they make fun of me for it. So, all right, we got another question here. Y'all want to do one more question?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. If you knew you were going to be shipwrecked alone on an island for only a week, the Coast Guard is coming.
Oh, good.
What 3 things would you want with you for that week? Actually, make this fun. Don't say like food. You got food. Somehow you have food. Coast Guard knows you're there. They dropped a whole thing of food for you. Besides that, you got 3 things.
My husband, my dog, my Kindle.
Honestly. Yeah, Guy, Opal, and my journal.
Oh, you already have 2 in your family.
Yeah, I if it's just a week. I mean,
Yeah, it's just
y'all,
a week.
first thing, a tent. Like I look forward
gotta have my
to
Kindle.
like not being rained upon and having a place to sleep.
Okay.
I'm stuck on an island, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would go a tent, and Kindle is good as long as it's downloaded with some like with some goodies.
For sure. Some
Give it, yeah.
titles.
So yeah, yes, that's a given. So we'll go Kindle.
Do you have a pop socket on your Kindle?
I don't. That's an interesting.
Oh my gosh.
That's hysterical though.
Game changer. Cool.
Okay.
I'll show you. Mine's upstairs. I'll show you.
Man, I mean, just those 2 would be spectacular. Maybe. Do I need? Honestly, I think having some tunes would be great.
I was gonna say,
give me,
for the
like,
speaker.
give me like a good speaker. Obviously, like I have
already
phone or
done.
whatever. But like I need for a speaker that's playing some great music. Tunes the whole time.
Dang, all y'all would just be naked then. None of y'all said clothes.
Well, I would assume I have
Right,
some
if I'm
on.
assuming food, I'm assuming clothes.
I'm in a tent. I'm great. I'm also on an island
Also,
by myself.
no one's there, so
Yeah.
For me, Xbox. No, I'm not gonna lie. One thing that
Madden.
came to my mind, some freaking body wash. Like I don't know why. I feel like it'd be nice to. You'd have to get some
Like in
fresh
the
water
ocean?
too.
Yeah.
But maybe there's like a waterfall in the middle of the island or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, for some
Bug
reason I
spray?
just think like being dirty for a whole week would just suck.
Yeah. What if it's a beachy island?
I
though?
loved that y'all went for spouses and such. Jameson would not thrive in that setting, and she would be annoyed.
Gracie would happily chill at home if she knew the Coast Guard was coming.
I think that's
Yeah.
like our dream is like the 3 of us to be stuck somewhere alone. Oh.
How is that insulting? That you Gracie thinks it's insulting.
A free vacation? You're
Vacation.
literally straight. I'm not seeing this as vacation.
Same. I'm picturing like you're marooned on an island.
Maddie's like Mitch and a Kindle. I'm trying to chill.
No, seriously, I'm trying to get my chill on. He can build a fort. Like, see,
fort?
Yeah.
I think honestly, if you left me on an island for a week, I'd have a pretty good time. Like just
I
like
think it could be like
maybe
if
a
I have food-
banjo.
oh, dude, I'd be kind of scared of like
Oh.
snakes and crap.
Yeah.
I probably
Like sleep
actually
on the
want
beach,
like a
though.
sword.
You'd
I
want
mean, have you
a
guys
rubber
seen
pellet
Castaway?
gun.
I mean, this is like a
He didn't
real
have food, though.
experience. He's
He
got
had a
food.
volleyball.
Yeah.
He had
Okay.
Wilson. That was the volleyball.
My other thought was like maybe like some crochet hooks. Like I would work on a project.
Ooh. I
Then you would also
a
need
freaking
yarn.
huge Lego set thing.
Oh yeah, and then you could sleep in it. Bye.
Probably like enough
Hacked.
bricks. Probably like enough bricks to build a house.
It could be a blast though. Instead of a Lego set, you could like to Maddie's point
Thank
here,
you.
like build
Thank
like
you.
a killer fort. Being like I feel like you would
Like
like get
a
pushed.
tarp.
You get pushed to the limit of like, okay, I'm here for
Push
a week.
it.
Let's
What the
sneak
heck?
in.
Yeah.
Let's see what I can do. Like,
Yeah.
Let's see what I'm made of.
Dude,
I think Mitch would,
that would be
thrive in
I
that.
think as a kid, I used to think, all right, if I was homeless, how would I survive?
Oh.
I used to think that. I'm being so serious. I would think about it all the time.
dude, I think. Oh man, there's something uniquely like
So if I was homeless,
human
That's a
about that.
core
Like
memory
when
right
you're
there.
you're in the woods and you're like, let's turn this like piece of nature in front of me into a home. I don't really know what that
Into a
is.
pirate ship.
As a kid.
Same. I was a big play pretend
Man,
girl.
homeschool Chase running around the woods. I bet you freaking love that. You're
Just like,
that.
this is a
That was
hyacinth
my
flower.
education, guys.
you're becoming a coyote one stick at a time.
Wait, in the morning after we do our Jesus time, we should do a quick round of pretend.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
What's your scenario? Like pretend school, pretend store.
I just had a theory. Answer the question.
Wait, answer what question?
Do we think that improv is just playing pretend for adults?
That's really good. Yeah,
I mean,
so.
honestly, it is because I think the biggest laughs in improv come from the biggest like, whoa, like the same biggest like, wow, interesting that you have when you're a kid.
Yeah, it's like when one of the friends has to be the dog.
Did y'all ever go to Gladys? Shout out Gladys.
Shout out Gladys.
But I do
Love
find it
Gladys.
interesting that typically improv is improv comedy.
True.
Where children are just like improving,
just, like,
not necessarily
living.
for the purpose of like an audience, other just for themselves.
Yeah.
Like there's
Kids
just
are like
this,
self-entertainment.
yes, like they're
adults,
fascinated
like,
within
for
themselves.
others.
You know?
Yeah.
Like we can,
Yeah.
That's actually such a good point.
Did I see you buy cookies at the grocery store?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
I'm about
And
to.
we have brownies in there too.
Munch.
The little
Brownies and
Sammy.
Oreos.
Wait, what? We got brownies in there. Anyways, let's stay on topic real quick, just for a few more minutes,
I'm loving this.
guys.
What's the topic?
We're an hour and 25 minutes in.
Yeah.
Guys, I just want to say that having you on a podcast, I am so used to talking to y'all about like literally everything under the sun. So the fact that it's recorded and one day, like, I'll,
I thought you were laughing.
like one day, like, okay, so whenever I lived in North Carolina, I don't know if I've ever told y'all about this, but I lived in North Carolina. My friend Lizzie made like little vlogs of me and my friends on her camcorder, and they're like on YouTube. And whenever I miss like North Carolina people, I just go watch those vlogs because it's like a fun little reminisce. Like, ooh, one day, well down the road, at least minimum 5 years from now,
come on.
like
Future nostalgia.
the future nostalgia, we'll be able to look back and be like, oh my gosh, that was so funny.
Looking forward to the memories of right now.
Dude, I can't wait. Yeah. Hey man,
Good time.
you know what we're gonna do though?
It's a pleasure.
We are just like literally so bought in to living in the present right now.
That's right.
And because of that, dude, I'm just like, that's a brief chaff in the wind.
Oh, this is beautiful.
What?
Shaft.
Like the music and like
Yeah.
this moment.
But we're so here though.
Yeah. We'll
We're
see you
so-
guys next week.
We're
at Redeemer
dangerously in the zone. We were dangerously in the zone this entire episode. IMHO.
Yeah.
Chase, just like recap, like how do you think you did?
Felt a little weird about this in front of me the whole time.
The cord?
It kept getting stuck.
I'm not gonna lie, that my least favorite part about this whole thing is how many wires there are.
See,
I
I'm
wish all this
very
was
into it.
Pull
wireless.
it out, so I was a little
Very into the
self-conscious the
wires.
whole time. But other than that, I think I did great.
I mean, if you think about it, that's kind of how every day is for all of us.
Yeah.
Just a little bit self-conscious, but I think I did great. That's what I say to myself every single night. I
I
get
was a little self-conscious, but I did great.
that could
No,
be
I think
that could be
Chase
my
did
epitaph.
amazing.
Tombstone, Stephen Peacock, 1998 to 2650. That's how long I'm gonna live. Underneath it, he was kind of self-conscious, but he did great. Through knob, which is
Speaking
what
of
we're about
which,
to do.
yeah, you have
We're
to
about
teach
to
us.
throw
Yeah,
some
we're about to play Knob.
Monopoly deal is gas. All right, guys. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us on Word of Mouth this week. It's Wednesday, June 19th. This isn't gonna come out till Friday, but love you guys. I also got a tattoo.
Yeah.
Check it out.
None of us believed him, but it's true
It's a
and it's
dad
It's all
real.
real. Me and the boys went and got a tattoo of a golf tee because we love golf, but we also love what golf stands for.
Tiger Woods.
Eldrick. All right, guys. Cheers.
Bye, guys.
Welcome to the secret segment of the podcast where we talk about secret things that you have to wait till the very end to hear. All right.
What?
Welcome to the secret segment. Definitely none of y'all have listened this far because that just freaked all of you out. And I'm going to be honest, my wife just tried to turn the video off. Yeah, well, I saw. Obviously, my wife hasn't listened
really
to the end of
got
every
me.
single episode so far because this is the secret segment. We do this every single episode. Secret segment is when we talk about really spicy things.
Like Diet Coke.
Oh yes,
Dude, honestly, facts. We should just talk about like what
Yeah.
do you feel in your bones when you get a good freaking Diet Coke?
I was gonna say we could rank like forms of Diet Coke. Like fountain can.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm thinking number one with room is McDonald's.
100%. Spicy.
Not a Diet Coke guy, but anything from McDonald's from a soda standpoint stands supreme.
Okay, what's your go-to soda when you get one at... I thought that you
guess?
were
Can
a
I
Diet
guess?
Coke
Oh
guy.
no, I don't think I've never ordered a Diet Coke in my entire life.
Dude,
Can I
that's,
guess?
that's not a win, but an if.
Sprite.
No,
Oh,
I'm
But a win.
I for sure. I'll alternate between Coke and Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper's so good.
It's terrific.
You a Mr. Pibb guy ever?
I'll choose Dr. Pepper over, but Mr. Pip, I don't discriminate too much.
I think I like Mr. Pibb more.
I think I do too.
So good.
Hate me. Chase, what's your go-to soda when you do order
I
soda
don't know
at
if
a
I've
restaurant?
ever seen Chase drink a soda.
Probably a Diet Coke. But
Okay.
I very rarely get
You know what
soda.
Chase orders that's kind of like soda? Buki. You love some kombucha.
Oh, I love me some kombucha.
I was like, you
Yeah,
mean
that's my-
brisk? like from the fountain.
Brisk. Oh yeah, that's what it's called. It's not called Buki. It's called Brisk. No, Caleb Person. Shout out Caleb. Caleb Person refers to kombucha exclusively as Buki. I love it. Okay, this is actually an interesting question here. This is how we're gonna wrap up the day. So like when you go into a place and they have like a drink machine that's like a little bit wider than the normal one, and those like secondary sodas are on there. Which one of the secondary sodas do you get the most excited about?
Is Fresca one of them?
Oh,
like
yeah.
seeing like that
Wow.
and like
Fresca
that is like what I feel like I
hits.
get really excited about
Wow.
when I see
Fresca's
it.
so good.
I feel like that's a unique feeling. I've never talked about it out loud, but I definitely have a ranking.
Yeah.
For me, because it's like when a place has Baja Blast, obviously
Oh.
Taco Bell, but like when
Elite.
another place has Baja Blast,
sure.
I was like, frick. And then I was at a gas station the other day, and they had strawberry Arritos.
Oh yeah, you love those.
And that was in the soda machine, and I was like, frick. It was probably just strawberry Fanta, but they
Yeah.
just put the sign on there. But I was like, dude, frick me up. That is like, dude, I actually, I just finished up some time on the courts playing some tennis with Sam Fulkerson, so I ended up getting
Wow.
Powerade, but I was stoked to see
Oh,
strawberry
I love a
Arritos.
fountain Powerade.
Facts. It's like more juicy.
Yeah.
I swear it's worse for you if I have a fountain.
It's true.
Cole, what you got?
I'm probably gonna go Sun-Kissed.
Okay.
Ooh.
Typically, you do see like an orange Fanta, but like if I see a Sun-Kissed, there's something I know they're probably
Yeah.
exactly the same. For
Yeah.
whatever reason, that is a more refreshing orange drink.
Yeah,
to
it's
me
it's a
than
bit
Fanta.
lighter, less syrupy.
What's the orange
Feels a
drink?
little healthier.
Naranja? What's the orange drink we had in Cuba all the time? Do you remember what it's called?
And we all made everyone drink it so that we didn't make
Low-key, I look forward to that every
Dude,
day.
that was like,
Like,
it was
I can't wait to
lukewarm.
drink room
Always
temp.
lukewarm.
Yeah.
I
room
like
temp.
somehow gained weight from that trip.
I always
Yeah,
do.
you were like preparing us of like, listen, your calorie intake cut in half minimum. And
I
it was
totally
like,
thought it was. And that
it's
one was
never
like,
true.
it was just freaking, oh, dude.
Rice
The
and
beans and
beans.
rice. So good there. I don't know what they do. They use a lot of that Mexican cheese that we were talking about earlier.
put
Yeah.
it on top of the
What do you,
pineapple.
how do you
stuff.
pronounce it?
Good.
Is it
Cojota.
Tia or
I say
Hita?
Cojita.
Cojita.
It's
But I don't.
J-I-T, not
Uh-huh.
T-I-J. Oh, Cojita.
Cojita.
Hita.
I think when I get most excited is like when I see like a neon colored Fanta. So like a blueberry, a green apple, a pineapple. I'm like, let's go. And I usually mix.
Oh, like what? What's your like?
Like I like a
Combo.
fluorescent vibe. Oh, I'll usually do like a blueberry pineapple or like I'll even do like a blueberry orange. I'm not afraid.
Honestly, like another feeling I have about this is when I go to a place and they have main root like that, like
That's fair.
Yes,
That's
okay.
like,
Let's
that's
freaking
fair.
That's good stuff.
Torchies
Wait.
in Dallas.
Yes,
that is
Torchies
like
has it.
Wait.
that is like a complete like sweetness to salty.
Yes.
like that. I will go get a soda specifically there. It's
Kava has them.
Are you
in
talking
Birmingham?
about those like off-brand,
No,
like
they're
the
like-
healthy
but they're
versions
like
of soda?
healthy-
craft.
yes,
It's
it's
like
craft.
it's almost like
guys, no.
You think that that's
no.
off-brand?
Yeah, I hate
own
those.
category.
I intentionally, whenever I go to Kava and like want a soda, I will go like around the corner, like to a gas station to get like a real Diet Coke.
You-
they have them at
you are
they have them at
crazy.
Eugene's Chicken, that soda brand, and I'm like, give
That's
me a
actually
Coke.
wild. You know, it's like they're like from Austin. They're like a super bougie. Like they're
I
very
don't
expensive.
love it.
very expensive.
I would much rather have like the.
Their Diet Coke
Chemicals.
is good in my opinion. It tastes like Mexican Coke to me. But yeah,
That's kind of crazy.
yeah, I think that's crazy. Gracie, isn't Main Route an Austin company, right? Or I can't. I thought that you said that you liked it or something the first time we went to Kava. I can't remember. The
get
first
so
time I ever
wrong
went to
about
Kava, I literally blew my mind. What?
Oh my
Portland,
gosh,
Maine.
I'm going
Okay.
there in a few
That's right.
weeks.
Hence
Oh.
the
You guys
main
up some.
route.
Oh.
Such a good place. Yeah.
You're going to Portland, Maine?
But last
again?
Yeah, Bar Harbor, but flying into Portland.
Anniversary trip.
One
Oh,
year.
no way.
Yeah.
That's hype.
I'm very excited.
Dude, I'm I can't believe you don't like that soda. It's just a bummer.
No, yeah, I don't.
First
like
time I went
it
to
at all.
Kava, I loved it, and it's gotten worse every time since.
Is it been the food or the way the
Service.
food is served?
Dude, the brown rice sometimes there like hurts my. I get like is borderline cracking my teeth. I'm like, how
They
in
don't
the world?
cook it all the way.
Like, did you
Yeah.
just put this in the rice cooker for 5 minutes or not even 5 seconds? Like
Probably.
they just like poured water on it, just shoved it
There's
in the.
so many options at Kava. It like overwhelms me. It's
Yeah.
so overwhelming.
It's so aesthetic in there, but it's like not helpful, you know? Same, it was what we were talking about the other day. I like love when somebody spends time on a document or anything and makes it like super easy to read. Oh, I'm just like, I feel like a lot of times people are just like, I don't freaking care about what this looks like. Just make it look cool and then throw it up there. There's like crap up there, you know? And they just put like, for them, like Kava loves putting harissa on everything.
But what
Nobody
is
knows what
harissa?
that
What is
is.
that?
Yeah, what is
It's the
harissa?
spicy. It's a spice. It's like the spicy chicken. Harissa. You have like harissa honey chicken, or you just have their basic grilled chicken.
Yeah, but do you know what it actually is, though?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Harissa.
Harissa.
Ooh. Sounds like a
Spicy.
spell in Harry Potter. Harissa.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Harry Potter. Chase definitely knows what you're talking about.
Got me.
Oh man.
Wait, I want to hear more about this spicy.
Yeah,
what do
is
you guys
this
talk
like-
about?
Is this normally?
We just talked about Diet Coke. So
Oh, perfect.
yeah.
Check.
Oh, love life conversations. So we usually would talk about that. We're all married though, which makes it elite, but also makes it a little bit more. Como
Como
se
se
dice?
dice?
We can command that. That's how you say. What do you say in Hungarian? I went to Hungary because I went to Europe. Screw you.
In a European
Um,
girl summer.
Married life makes this a little bit more. Let's see.
Boring.
I was gonna. I don't want to be. I don't want to be rude to our spouses, but it's
course
like.
not.
Let's talk about it though. Bored at the house.
In the house.
Bored at the house.
What in a mess.
Bored at the. So bored at the house. You look up. You and your spouse. You meet eyes. You're like, yes, we are going to this restaurant right now. It's like you get it. Like you're like, oh my gosh, we both are craving this same place right now. What's the place?
Ponchos or Zaxby's.
Taco More Loco.
Big spoon.
Big Spoon.
Like every time.
Gracie, 9 times out of 10 is Guthrie's. I would say
So good.
1 out of 10 times, Milo's.
Well, we should all go to Milo sometime.
1 out of 10 times
Marvelous.
it is for sure Milo's.
No.
Exactly.
I've never had
So
Milo's.
9
Never had
times out of
Milo's
10
either.
is Guthrie's.
Really?
You love?
I've had it like once. It's it's good trash food.
But you're like, we should for sure
I mean,
go.
I'm like,
Dude.
yeah,
Adair
I'm in
Hill
on
loves
it.
that.
You can
Loves
make
Does, that's her favorite.
you can make any meal. I think it's called Super or XL, and you get an extra patty on the burger, extra larger fries, apple pie, extra large drink. I used to get that all the time in high school.
An apple pie.
Oh, their apple pies were good.
Like
Actually,
it's like a handheld pie.
yeah, Yeah, it's like one of those like
Made it scald your
rectangle ones.
hand for sure.
It freaking you
been in
bite
the
into
oven
it
for
and it's
2
like
days.
the apple like filling is like 600
It's like
degrees.
molten
It's,
lava.
it's an apple
like
hot pocket.
Yeah, hot pocket.
Yeah, it's literally a hot pocket. I've never thought about
Or
that.
a pizza roll. That's what I was thinking of. You bite into it and it like
Dude,
burns.
just like
your whole mouth.
the roof of my mouth is gone for 4 days.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, we should have gotten those for tonight.
Yeah,
Oh,
pizza
man.
rolls.
Thanks. All right, guys. Hey, well, that's actually the end of the podcast. It's been an hour and 39 minutes. It's June 19th. Thanks for listening today. We're here live from Bremen, Alabama.
Bremen?
And now we are no longer live from Bremen, Alabama.
Whoa.
That was
I maybe
cut out that
Juneteenth piece before.
so fun.
Dude,
Wow, that was awesome.
I want to do it again. That was so fun.
that was awesome.
Steven, is that what you imagined it would be?
Steven, you're so good at that.
You are really good at it. That's hard.
Maddie,